So I just finished watching the 10th episode of season 2 of Mob Psycho 100, and Claw has begun their invasion on the world, their world domination, essentially by destroying an entire city, actually the city that the boss grew up in. And there was a bit of an explanation to why the boss of Claw is doing what he's doing, and it's just because he wants to, basically. Um, he essentially said the reason he gets to do what he does and the reason he manages to succeed and why he's so positive in life is due to the fact that he doesn't give a fuck what other people feel and he just does what he wants to do. That's essentially what his philosophy in life is. He even had it out with one of the members of the Ultimate Five, basically saying, you need to be more positive like me, and essentially just do what you want to do and don't give a fuck what other people feel. So in that way, I actually quite respect the leader in a way. Not the fact that he doesn't respect how others feel, but the fact he just does what he wants. You know what I mean? It's got to be respected. But the other part of this episode was the fact that we had a few fights from the Ultimate Five, and they are a serious issue. Like one of them was confronted by Sho and Kitsu, like this plant one, and they got messed up. I don't know how they escaped because at the end of the episode they were actually out of the plant they were captured in, unless I missed something. But they actually managed to escape. But nobody's actually. There was also a scene with the Body Improvement Club, which was my favorite part of the episode because they are just the best. The Body Improvement Club are the best. Masashi, especially, like the leader, he managed to fight like a muscle-bound Esper with the help of Dimple, to be fair. But basically, Mob was in a lot of trouble, and they just showed up, and they were like, "There's no way you're not doing this to Mob." And the way they're so protective of Mob, I think, is one of the most wholesome parts of the show. Like the Body Improvement Club are actually one of my favorite aspects of Mob Psycho 100 because it's really nice. Like it sort of fits the theme of Mob as a character. How Mob doesn't just want to rely on his psychic powers. He wants to do hard work and he wants to improve as a person, and that's sort of like a metaphor for real life. Do you know what I mean? Like there's people that don't work for things, like they were fighting this steroid head, essentially. Not that you don't work if you're on steroids, but anyway. Um, yeah, it's like this steroid Esper, pretty much. But because Musashi put all the hard work in to improve his body in the Body Improvement Club, he was able to actually outstrength him with the help of Dimple. Because his body had so much like latent potential because he'd been, training so hard. But I thought it was really nice. And Mob's awake now, so that he might be able to start taking out the Ultimate Five and Claw, because he is the strongest character. I think it's fairly obvious. So we'll have to see. There was also a scene with Regan which really made me laugh at the beginning of the episode, where they were basically discussing amongst the 7th Division of Claw, the former 7th Division of Claw, and their sort of team, if they should start helping and attacking Claw because they were destroying the city. And Regan said they shouldn't get involved because, they're not the police and they look really strong. And then Regan gets a phone call that his building's burnt down and his insurance doesn't cover psychic attacks. So he's like, fuck that. And then he's like, you know what? Let's do an all-out attack. Let's do it. So Regan just cracks me up, bro. I thought that scene was hilarious. But yeah, it's all kicking off now. Claw's in full swing. The Ultimate Five are a big threat, but Mob's awake now. So let's see what happens.